YouTube, you guys are actually on first today. That's like something that never happens. Wait, one of my friends said they were stalking? What the fuck? Speaking of, whoop. Let's go live with Facebook. What do you say, YouTube? Think that sounds like a good idea? Let's go live with Facebook. Let's go live with Facebook. Let's show him some love. Come on, it's your younger brother. Hey, what's up, Facebook? This is debating. YouTube said I shouldn't show you guys love, but I said I love you guys too much. It's all about that women's basketball game tonight. Threw that curveball at you. Yeah, it was interesting. Alright, guys, so as always, gonna start off with picks. We're gonna go picks, then we're gonna go we're also gonna go with a little bit of NCAA action tonight because because NCAA is actually winding down. I know it's hard to believe, but they're actually in week 10 out of like 16. And yeah, Wake Forest is gonna get killed by NC State. Any good matchups? Ohio State, Michigan State, and State, Wisconsin. There's a couple of good matchups this week in the Big Ten. And looking at them. And so, yeah. The way it's going to go pretty much is like... Or no, they're in week 11, aren't they? Yeah, they're in week 11. My bad. They're in week 11 out of 16. And this is indeed the WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. Kind of had a little bit of a messy start there, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Talks here on WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. Yes, we got it right that time. All right, guys. So, guys, as I said, welcome to Sports Talks, guys, and I am in fact your host, the one, the only, JT. And guys, I love coming on here every week because for whatever reason, whenever I come on here every single week, I somehow, some way find a way to cause drama. I cause drama, I cause mishaps. I'm not regretting it. I never said I was regretting it, but I definitely, I definitely do enjoy it. Yeah, and for those of you who are watching live on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can go ahead. If you guys do want to watch live on Facebook and YouTube, go ahead and just go up on there. Yeah, and you could also watch on YouTube. I'll even, who knows? But nonetheless, guys, I was throwing out a little bit of a debate right there. But nonetheless, guys, like I said, I always love causing controversy on here because it's interesting because I can turn around and come on and simply say, I think that FIU. I could say that FIU is the greatest NCAA football team in the history of the world. And then somebody's going to turn around, come in here, bust down the door. Don't bust down the door because I was just kidding on that. And just start screaming, Alabama's the best! Yeah, and then that just starts something. It just starts some sort of like rally or something like that. I don't know. For some reason, I always say, I feel like this is the most controversial sports talk show we got on campus here. So, nonetheless, guys, hopping right into everything. Speaking of sports and everything, guys, I want to actually go ahead. Let's talk a little bit of football right now. Let's talk a little predictions. Hop right into that. Last week, I actually did really well. I think I got like 2 wrong last week. Yeah, I got like 2 wrong last week. Hang on, I'm going to look at the games. I believe I got the Dallas game wrong. That was a shocker. Thank you, Dallas. I just appreciate that. Had to beat Mariota, who was struggling this year. You had to beat. This is all Dallas had to do. They had to beat a team that was 3-4, and they wound up turning around and losing and putting Tennessee back at 500. And now Dallas is now 3-5. So thank you, Dallas, especially on Amari Cooper's debut. That's a round of applause for you guys. Great job. Round of applause. Fantastic, man. All right, now getting out of that. And I also got the, what other game did I get wrong? Oh, I got New Orleans against Los Angeles wrong. Wrong. Honestly, I said it a couple weeks ago. I was going to take a team like Kansas City or New Orleans to go ahead and dethrone the Rams. I honestly thought the Rams had it, but Saints just pulled away. I mean, Drew Brees is Jesus. That's the best way. I mean, honestly, that's the nickname I've been giving him because that man, he plays out of his mind. But nonetheless, got to get in the picture real quick, and I got to get one in real quick before somebody goes ahead and starts chomping at me and starts saying, oh, it's like 5 minutes into the game. You can't pick that Carolina Steelers game. Well, I can because it's like a minute into the first half. Or it's like, it's 4 minutes into the first quarter. All right, so calm down. Well, actually, that was kind of right. A minute into the first half, sort of. You get the picture. Nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead. I'll make this pick real quick, and I'm going to make it short, sweet, simple. Well, everybody likes it. They like that. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, that, in a sense, that's how a small pizza pie works. I mean, it's short, it's small. Well, it's, honestly, if you throw pineapple on there, and this is another reason why, because I go off topic a lot, and I actually talk about stuff like this. As you toss pineapple on a pizza, it's kind of sweet in a sense. Like, do I think pineapple should be on pizza? Honestly, it depends on the toppings you pair it with. But that's beside the point. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick this Carolina-Pittsburgh game, and I'm going to go ahead. I think you guys already know who I'm going with. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Now, a lot of people turn around. They've been actually questioning me because they see me on here with a Steelers cap on. And honestly, folks, me having a Steelers cap on has absolutely nothing to do with this. Okay? It has nothing to do with it. I am a Steelers fan. However, I said it all last year, folks. When I hop on this mic, like, I am not a Steelers fan. I am not a Yankee fan. I am not a Devil fan. I am not a Miami Heat fan. All right? For those of you who don't know me, those are my favorite teams. Teams for each sport. Yankees for baseball, Miami Heat for basketball, Steelers for football, and Devils for hockey. All right? And Rutgers for NCAA. Football. All right. Why Rutgers? Simply because of the fact that, guys, for those of you who don't know, I live like what, 10 minutes from the stadium, if that. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and make this pick real quick. I'm actually gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick the Steelers to go ahead and beat Carolina tonight in Pittsburgh, simply because of the fact that I think that Carolina is, honestly, both teams are extremely hot. However, Pittsburgh is getting hotter, or if that makes sense. And, like, they actually are. Pittsburgh is actually doing better. Le'Veon is potentially coming back. Now, this is, like, the 9th time people have said this. And a lot of people are saying that it's going to be before the deadline. Now, the deadline is going to be on Tuesday for the franchise tag deadline. If he doesn't come back, so what? I'm not going to be mad about it. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I won't be mad if Le'Veon doesn't come back because, honestly, that just gives us... That just gives Pittsburgh more time to just, throw him a contract in a sense. Because, I mean, if you don't sign him on the franchise tag, so what? You can just sign him. That's the way I look at it right now. But, honestly, a lot of people say that's not how it works. Personally, I think that's how it could work. I think it could work really well. But, honestly, that's not the reason I'm picking them. I'm picking them because Antonio Brown is getting hot at the right time. Ben's getting hot. The defense is playing really well. Give or take, they just gave up a touchdown. Nonetheless, as defense is playing really well. James Conner is doing a lot better than everybody expected. Because when James Conner came onto the field, opening week, everybody was expecting in Pittsburgh to turn around and not have a running game because there's no Le'Veon Bell. Because they didn't have, and again, a lot of people say this, they didn't have probably the best running back in the NFL behind Big Ben. But now we go ahead and you look at what James Conner's done. He's done really well. And somehow, some way, a lot of people actually turn around and they forget to pick Juju, or they forget to cover Juju Smith-Schuster. And I don't know why, but honestly, I think that a lot of people need to realize that Juju is actually a threat on the field when it comes to, playing for Pittsburgh. And like I said, I'll go ahead and I will be updating you guys throughout the entire game. So, yeah, with that score, or with the Pittsburgh-Carolina score. So, as the game goes on, I'll be updating you throughout it, because haven't had a game where there was actually a live game going during the show. So, I'll keep you guys updated on that Pittsburgh-Carolina game. But, yeah, that's it for the Thursday night games. I am, like I said, going with Pittsburgh for that one. And then I'm going to go ahead, Detroit, Chicago. This one's going to be interesting, because Chicago is doing really well. And if I'm right, I believe they're actually winning the division. And like honestly, this is where it's funny because if I'm right, I believe Chicago was last in the division last year. Like they have been the laughingstock in a sense of the division. And I mean, last year what were they? They were 5-11. They had 11 wins, and now this year they're actually winning the division. They're doing really well. Oh, and I'm actually complimenting them. I mean, the Khalil Mack trade, and a lot of people again, and turn around and they're like, oh, just trading for one guy doesn't mean anything. And it can do a lot. Honestly, it can do a lot for the team morale. It can do a lot in terms of, if you bring in a guy who's passionate about the sport. Like, for example, throw in Ryan Fitzpatrick. Hey, all right? Hey, I'll say it like that. Throw in Fitzpatrick. Hey, now, how can I put it? I think that Fitzpatrick is one of those guys that, and if you saw him against the Steelers, he turned around and literally screamed out the top of his lungs and literally saw it in his eyes. The man is passionate, and that makes a difference. It's in the game. So I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I will go with Chicago for this one against Detroit. And again, it's in Detroit. So honestly, I think that Chicago is finding their stride. I think Khalil Mack should be playing this Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I will pick Chicago in Chicago for this one. New Orleans, Cincinnati. Honestly, I normally would say that it's going to be close with Cincinnati, but New Orleans is coming off of a win of a lifetime, and that is the best way to put it. New Orleans shut down. As, by the way, Juju Smith-Schuster just scored a touchdown. That's what I talked about in my keys. All right, Juju gets unforgotten about. All right. Nonetheless, like I said, Juju just scored. All right, so 7-7 in tie game. But nonetheless, like I said, going back to that New Orleans Chicago game, I really think that New Orleans, after beating in Los Angeles, ending that streak, New Orleans is going to come in and they're going to be hot. And I mean red hot. And I think that, give or take it may be cold in Cincinnati, but Drew Brees is going to play out of his mind again. And honestly, people could turn around and actually throw Drew Brees up there for MVP possibly. But right now, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to say that the Saints win, and it's going to be a lot bigger than the experts think. Normally, I'm saying a lot closer, a lot bigger. It's a 5-point favorite for Cincinnati, or for New Orleans. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that would be. I'm going to take that up. I'm going to say a 10-point favorite. For New Orleans. So, yeah, give me New Orleans on that one. Atlanta against Cleveland. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that Atlanta turned around. Atlanta lost last week, didn't they? And that's not even a shock anymore. Or who did Atlanta lose to? That's the better question. Who did Atlanta lose to? Because that's a joke. That Atlanta is. Oh no, wait, they beat Washington. My bad. They actually beat Washington. And I forgot, when they face teams that they can actually beat, they lose. When they face teams that they're projected to lose to, they win. And when we have no idea what's going to happen, they win. Like, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? Like, somebody explain it, please. Please. I would like somebody to explain it. Por favor. Yeah, and I said it like that. I honestly think that this is going to be a lot closer than the experts think, and this is going to be my upset for the week. I think that Cleveland is in Cleveland, and I think that, and honestly, I think Cleveland's going to go ahead, and they're going to find a way to shut down Atlanta's offense, and I'm going to make a very, very bold prediction, and I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with Cleveland to beat Atlanta. In Cleveland. It's in Cleveland. There's no reason that, you're a Redskins fan. Sorry about that, Anna. But nonetheless, honestly, I think that Cleveland can turn around and actually beat Cleveland can turn around and beat Atlanta. There's no reason that that they can't. It's in the dog pound, like I said. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland, and I think Baker's actually gonna have a good game. As well. Well, I mean, and Jarvis Landry, he's gonna go off. But honestly, I'll say it like this: if you got Julio Jones, obviously start him. Tevin Coleman, him too. Ooh, but honestly, I'm gonna say that Cleveland goes ahead, upsets. It's Atlanta in Cleveland, like I said. Woo! All right. Hey, my bad, guys. Had a little bit of a cough right there. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go with Jacksonville against Indianapolis, and I'm gonna say it like this: and this is probably the best way to put it. I think that Jacksonville needs to pick it up, and I think this game is going to be the game that Jacksonville turns around and they do pick it up. And really, I think that, how can I put this? I think that Jacksonville just needs to find their stride. I think they need a game like this where they're going to go into Indianapolis, be the underdog, and then turn around and they just need to blow somebody out of the water. I don't know how they're going to do it. But honestly, I think that, the Colts are probably the team to do it against, because I know the Colts have been struggling as of late, and honestly, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say Jacksonville in this one, simply because of the fact that, it's not even that, how can I put it, it's not even Jacksonville's fault. They have an amazing team. They just don't have a good quarterback. Like, everybody says it. They have an amazing, Jacksonville has an unbelievable team. They just suck with the quarterback position, and that's the best way to put it. Like Blake Bortles needs to find a home, and I mean a home somewhere out. So I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna go with Jacksonville for this one. So yeah, give me Jacksonville. Arizona against Kansas City, and when I tell you this line, you guys are probably gonna laugh, and I'm probably gonna go with it. Kansas City is a 16.5 point favorite. This would be, if this was somebody, I'm going to put it to you like this. If somebody is betting, the best way to put it right now is that there is no reason to bet against Kansas City. Okay? Kareem Hunt is an animal. Well, Patrick Mahomes is in the running for MVP and is possibly going to get MVP. Tyreek Hill, well, can we talk about how well Tyreek Hill is playing? Like, the man is less than 300 yards away. I mean, actually, let me rephrase that. Less than 225 yards away. From, what's it called? Or actually, no. Oh, just about 225, about 226, something like that. 774. Long story short, and by the way, Pittsburgh just got a pick 6 off Cam Newton. So, yep. But nonetheless, he's about 226 yards away. He's at 774, and he's about to hit 1,000. And he's going to do it probably by, and this will be a bold prediction, I think he's going to do it by week 12. I mean, if he doesn't, he'll definitely do it by week 13, but yeah. So, honestly, like I said, you would have to be out of your mind to pick Kansas City. So, I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one. Jets against the Bills, and this is a game where nobody really cares, but at the same time, you kind of have to care, because this game could honestly be this is honestly a matchup of two teams that are rebuilding, and that I think can, make an impact in a sense. It's in the standings, and definitely make an impact in terms of the draft order. But I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. I think that, for the Bills, and this isn't taking a shot at anybody, the Bills, how can I put it? Well, a lot of people care. A lot of people care because of the draft order and everything like that. Because of Buffalo, because, here's how it is right now. I'll explain the draft order. It would be Oakland, New York, or San Francisco, Buffalo, Arizona, Cleveland. And the reason, and the thing with it is this, if Buffalo loses, they're obviously going to get a top 5 pick. And I think that that's the way that Buffalo is looking at everything right now. Is pretty much that they're going to turn around, treat it as, every game is, this is our draft stock. This is where we pick in the draft. And right now they're looking at college games instead of their own games, when honestly, that makes a lot of sense. And it's simply because, they want to try and get somebody good, because, they don't have a quarterback. Nate Peterman is behind center. The man has thrown 3 interceptions each game he's been in. And some games he's only been in for 5 minutes, and he's thrown 3 picks. Somebody explain that to me, please. man, and yes, I am somewhat talking about last game too, where he threw like what 4 interceptions. It's I swear I saw the Bills coach on the sideline, and it looked like he was about to turn around, ask the hot dog vendor in the 93rd row, in the first level, to turn around, put on a jersey, and get out there. Here. So honestly, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one, simply because it's in New York. Or Peterman's behind center, and I couldn't even tell you, man. And I gotta go ahead. And I am gonna go with the Jets on this one. And so, honestly, if you're a Bills fan right now, if you're a Bills fan, the way I can look at it right now for you is just look for the draft. I mean, it's right now there are 5 teams, I want to say. 5 or 6 teams that right now should be looking towards the draft. And this is not taking a shot at anybody. It's just the way, like, honestly, you're eliminated from the playoffs. You're at 7 wins. Is right now. There's no way that you can turn around. I don't think it's, how can I put it? It's not impossible, but it's definitely not possible. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it can happen, but it would honestly take a miracle. Like, everybody would have to lose. Because like, you got to look at it like this. You got to rely on teams that honestly have struggled this year. And you got to look at teams that are doing well and that are in the wild card. Right now. So, and I understand there's a lot of season left, but I mean, the way I'm looking at it is this: like, Bills are 2-7, San Francisco's 2-7, Giants and Raiders 1-7, and Arizona. I mean, the question is, like, when do you start looking towards the draft? I personally think you start looking now. Like, if I'm a head coach, I personally think you look now, simply because of the fact that. Do I think it's over? In a sense, yes. But also look at, like, some of the young talent that you have. Look at your contract situations. Look at it from, like, a managerial standpoint, and realize, hey, we might actually turn around if we, say we get the 3rd pick in the draft, and say there's an amazing quarterback coming out for, like, say he's projected to go the 3rd round. Let's say that. All right, we'll say it for example. And I know a lot of people, like I said, say it's too soon. I think it's just about time. I mean, it's a little bit more than halfway through the season. So I'm going to go ahead and I will say that I think that right now you're looking at the colleges right now. Like right now, I think you need to start looking at it from a managerial standpoint. If you're not looking at it from a managerial standpoint, then, and who knows? I mean, like, here's an example. Say I am the Bills manager. Say I am the Bills owner. I'm going to turn around. This is how I'm going to look at it. My team right now, I have a record of 2-7. And the way I'm going to look at it is this. It's simply because of the fact that, and I'll also look at the schedule even. And because of the fact that I need to see who my opponents are. And if I'm right, hey, Buffalo still has a game against New England, correct? Yeah, they have a game against New England. And they have a game against Jacksonville. I know, and I understand that. And I know we're all not managers or anything, but honestly, we're all fans. And the way I'm looking at it is like this. Is right now, you came off a 41-9 loss. You know what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm trying to put it in perspective for everybody. Like, the way I'm looking at it is like this. Is right now, you got the Jets, Jags, Dolphins, Jets again, and Lions, New England, and you get at Miami. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually say that, you look at it like this. Say Jacksonville is a loss. Say New England's going to be a loss. And then you say one of the Miami games is going to be a loss. And project yourself to be picking 5th. Think who you think is going to be back. Is that 5th? 5th? And shoot for there. If you're going to make trades, you're going to make trades. And also look at your contract situation. Say McCoy is up on his contract this year. Or maybe look at re-signing him. Say there's somebody on defense. Say there's somebody coming on free agency. Say, I don't know. Say Darius Slay is going to be on, say Darius Slay. Okay? Say Darius Slay is coming on free agent market. Hey, grab him. But nonetheless, as I am going to go with the Jets on this one. Washington against Tampa Bay. Honestly, is Fitzpatrick starting? That's my question. If Fitzpatrick's starting, my pick is made. If he's not, then again, Tampa Bay did have a great... Honestly, I will give Tampa Bay this. They had an amazing game last week. An amazing second half. You know what? Even first half. They had an amazing game against Carolina. I thought that they were going to come back. I was kind of scared last week because I thought they were coming back. But then Carolina somehow held on. So, I'm going to go ahead, though. I am going to say that Washington gets it done. They need to pull a lot. They need to pull away from Philadelphia. And if they want to pull away... Okay, so Fitzpatrick is starting this week. Fitzpatrick is starting. Okay. The way I'm going to... This is how I'm going to put it. I think that since Fitzmagic is starting, I think it's going to be close. The line right now is at 3. The line is going to drop. Simply because the fact is this. Philadelphia is off this week. Washington needs to take advantage of that if they want to make up some ground and actually pull away in this. So, I'm in the division. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Washington gets it done against Tampa Bay. However, it's going to be closer than the experts think. And don't be surprised if it comes down to, a field goal. Well, don't be surprised if it comes down to that last drive. I'm going to go with Washington on this. New England against Tennessee. Honestly, Mariota won a game that everybody was saying that Dallas should have won. But Dallas has become... I can't even explain Dallas anymore. I mean, what has Dallas become? Oh, Philadelphia is on this week? Somebody said they were on a bye. What am I looking at? All right, nonetheless, that's not changing my pick, nonetheless. Yes, I'm going with Washington. Nonetheless, New England against Tennessee. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to go with Tennessee. Or, not Tennessee. I'm going with New England. I'm getting my picks messed up. Great. This is awesome. I'm going with New England on this one, all right? New England is going to go ahead. They're going to do well. I think that, I think that New England can turn around, pull away against this one. And honestly, it's a 6.5 point line. I'm going to say it goes a little bit farther. Or I'm going to say New England, I'm going to say by 14. And honestly, I want to see what Mariota can do. Because you also got to remember, I do believe this was a matchup last year. And, I think this was a matchup last year for playoffs. Yeah, it was. It was. And New England won 35-14 in Foxborough. So, Tennessee might be looking for a little bit of retribution, but I don't think they get it. So, give me New England. Chargers against Oakland. Oakland is another team that has been hard to pick this year. And honestly, they haven't been hard to pick for this year. So, this game's pretty easy. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. Doesn't get any simpler than that. Dolphins against Green Bay. Honestly, Aaron Rodgers had a great game last week against Brady. I mean, honestly, I was saying it all week. I thought that the Saints-Rams game should have been the Sunday night game. But honestly, I think that Rodgers and Brady put on a great show. Oh, and did I swallow my tongue when I said that? Absolutely. Because we all know how we all feel about Tom Brady. All right, we can't disguise it. We can't disguise it. We all know how we feel about Brady. So I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna say that Green Bay gets it done. Honestly, I think Aaron Rodgers is proving himself really well. I mean, what is he, 39 right now, and he's playing unreal, well, as always. And honestly, you know what? Yeah, enough said. I'm going with Green Bay. That's nothing to say. Aaron Jones is doing well. Devontae Adams, can't really see else. Also, give me Green Bay. Seattle against Los Angeles. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the Rams on this one. I think that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Rodgers is definitely more talented than Brady. Honestly, I think that the one thing I will say about Rodgers over Brady, and a lot of people can actually attest to this, Rodgers actually moves around the pocket. Like Brady, give or take, the line does give him a lot of protection but I will say that Rodgers can definitely get himself mobile. Like when he knows the pocket is collapsing, he will either take off with the ball or somehow, some way, he will avoid getting sacked, run away with it, and chuck it like 40 yards down the field, somehow get it perfectly accurate, and hit the guy on target. Like, Rodgers is a god. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Rodgers is a animal. So Nonetheless, getting back to the Seattle Los Angeles game, the Rams game, I'm going to go ahead. I am going with the Rams. Rams are going to come in with a chip on their shoulder at home. And like I said, I am going with Los Angeles on this one. And because of the fact that like I said, they got a chip on their shoulder. Or they lost last week to New Orleans, and honestly, ruined a perfect season in a sense. And it's technically ruined a perfect season. Let me correct myself right there. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with the Rams on that one. Dallas against Philadelphia. My mom's going to be happy about this one. I'm going against Dallas. I am going against Dallas. However, it is not because Dallas has been losing for me the past 3 weeks. It's simply because of the fact that, and yeah, they actually lost for me. I believe they had a bye week a couple weeks ago, and they lost for me on that one. Thanks, Dallas. Nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I am picking Philadelphia on this one simply because of the fact that, by the way, James Conner just scored. I'm going with Philadelphia on this one simply because of the fact that I believe Philadelphia had a bye week last week. That's what I was probably reading as to why I thought they had a bye week. So I'm going to go ahead. I am going to go with Philly on this one. Dallas just lost to Tennessee. It was a tough loss. And honestly, best way I can put it, I think that Philadelphia can turn around and take advantage of the loss for Dallas. And honestly, I think they can make up gain against Washington in the division. So, and honestly, that's another division that's up for grabs right now between Philadelphia and Washington. So, I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. And then we go to the Giants 49ers game, and this one, I believe San Francisco won last year. Correct? And yes, yes, San Francisco won last year on my birthday, no less. Are they playing on my birthday? They're playing on my birthday again. Are you kidding me? So what you're saying is I can either get a birthday present from the NFL if my pick wins, or I'm going to get nothing. And by the way, spoiler alert, if you guys couldn't tell, my birthday is on November 12th. So, yep. All right. I got that out of the way. Hey. So, yeah. Again, I could either get a birthday present from the team I pick, or I could get absolutely nothing. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make the same pick I made last year. I'm going with New York. Thank you for the happy early birthday. Hey. But yeah, I am going to go with the Giants on this one. And hopefully the Giants can get me a birthday present this year. It's going to be Nick Mullins against Eli Manning. And you know what? I'm going to say it like this. I think Saquon breaks out for $150. I think Odell has an unbelievable game. And so I'm going to go ahead. I am going to go with the Giants on this one. I honestly think that... How can I put it? I think the Giants are going to have I'm going to be 22 for those of you wondering. Age is but a number. But nonetheless... Yes, I will say it like this. I think Eli actually has a good game. I think, and this is going to be big, guys, I think the offensive line for the Giants actually blocks. I think they actually block. They actually get it done. And I'm going to go ahead, and I think that the Giants play good football. Oh, I know, it's a weird prediction, right? Hey, but yet, somehow, someway, I feel as it's going to come true. All right. Nonetheless, guys, that's going to... wrap up NFL predictions, guys. That is it for this part of the show. Oh, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let's make a deal. All right, let's turn this into let's make a deal real quick, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn it over to 2 songs real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and we'll talk a little bit of NCAA, talk a little bit of baseball, knock that out, knock both those segments out in one shot, cause why not? And yeah, and I don't know, we'll figure something out. Nonetheless, guys. Alright, so like I said, going to turn it over to 2 songs. Guys, you are listening to Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College. Where's the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Oh, man, that felt good. Whew. I'm ready here, guys. What's up? My bad. Give me 2 seconds. I'm right here. What's up, guys? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just picking a second song, that's all. Hang on. I know we have Thunder, right? So I'll do that. I'll do Thunder. Everybody, Imagine. Oh, what's up, guys? What's up? I'll talk to you. Give me 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. Thunder. There we go. I'll go audio. There we go. What's up, guys? I'm here. What is up, guys? What is up? So, yeah, a couple of bold predictions this week. I definitely think that... I definitely think Cleveland can upset Atlanta. That's my one upset for this. Well, I got a couple upsets. I got a couple upsets this week, don't I? I got a couple upsets this week. I'm realizing that right now. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring you guys. I'm gonna have to bring Facebook over to my charger in 2 seconds. So, give me 2 seconds. Let me just bring up. Let's go ESPN. Or actually, no. I'll keep on the score right now. Actually, I gotta keep on the score for the Steelers game, right? By the way, I forgot to mention, San Francisco is a 3.5-point favorite for that game. So, all right, and now let's keep on the score again. NCAA. Let's indeed talk baseball. Let's talk a little bit of baseball. You know what? I'll pull up MLB.com. Why not? Why not? What to talk about? Talk about a lot of people. Actually, can we talk about the fact that JD Martinez won a Silver Slugger for both DH and right field, and he played like, how many games in right field did he play this year? That's a legitimate question. Like, that's my question. How many games in right field did JD Martinez play? How many? I really want to know that. And somehow, some way, MLB.com is giving me the MLB. This makes sense. Oh, wow. The Giants actually... Oh, wow. The MLB All-Stars actually won. I'm not saying he's not bad. Hang on. Backtrack. I'm not saying he's bad. Whoa. I am not saying that JD Martinez is bad. I'm not saying that. I think he's an amazing player. Don't get me wrong. I think JD Martinez is an amazing player. I really do. However, like I said, my question is this. How many games in right field did he play? The only reason I asked that is because, could we turn around and make the argument that, somebody who actually played right field most of the year or could have won it? Absolutely. Do I think he should have won it? I'm not going to get into that argument. All right? I'll end it at that. I will end it at that. Hang on. I'm going to bring you guys over here real quick and put my phone to the charger real quick. YouTube, you guys are over there. Ah, jeez. Oh, wait, I got time there going. Who knows? It's going to be interesting. Alright, so I guess I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. So what's up, guys? What's up? So what to talk about in baseball? To talk about the fact that the MLB All-Stars actually won, right? Oh, man. I don't know, I'm tired. Or women's basketball did good today. I lost by 20, but they did good. And can't talk bad about them. They did good. They did what they could. But, nonetheless. And so, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, here's a question. Here's a question for all of you guys, I guess. Who do you think the Yankees are going to sign? Who do you guys think the Yankees are going to sign? I want to start this debate. I really do. Ooh, is it going to be Harper or Machado? Who's going to sign? Who are the Yankees going to sign? Is it going to be Harper or Machado? I think it's going to be Harper. Why do I think it's going to be Harper? Because I'm actually realizing that Cashman doesn't care about positional needs. He just wants to one-up the Red Sox. Josh Harrison to the Yankees? That would be interesting. That I would love. I would love that, actually. Josh Harrison to the Yankees. Get him paired up. Jason Hayward,